man. Look, I got a question for you, man. Everybody been big on this hip hop 50, BET Awards, so on and so forth. Everybody's been real big. It's celebrating the 50 year of hip hop. But there's one person in my eyes, there was one person who was big that keep getting you ain't getting no respect, man. They ain't giving my man no love. They ain't giving him no respect. And he did so much for hip hop. And I feel bad for him, man, because he's the man. He's the man. I'm talking about, man, you can disagree with me if you want, but I'm talking about no other than Stanley MC Hammer, man. Like, why is MC Hammer not getting the love, man? He is hip hop, man. He had a big thing on hip hop, man. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I see you laughing. I want you to hear me out, man. Think about it, man. MC Hammer, man, probably uh, one of the first millionaires, man. He's one of the first guys to really market himself. Uh, some believe that Run DMC had a shoe deal, but I think MC Hammer actually had the shoe deal with British Knights before Run DMC ever got a deal with Adidas. I think they promoted Adidas well, but Adidas really wasn't paying that money. I think Hammer he negotiated a deal with British Knights. He had his own shoes. He had his own cartoon. He had his own Barbie doll. Like he didn't make like Master P made his own doll. No, Barbie and Mattel came to him. Let's go ahead and get us a Hammer doll. You know what I mean? Uh, he had the big crew, man. He had uh, he put the whole hood on pretty much, man. He did a lot, man. Big influence, man. He had everybody wearing the big parachute pants, man, and loafers, and doing the dances, man. The dances were influential. Uh, I don't even want to get into number one hits, man, because he had a whole bunch of hits, man. Uh, Turn this mother out, man. Uh, Hammer time. Uh, you can't touch
Here
this.
comes the hammer.
Here comes Hammer, man. Even too legit to quit. Uh, and it's all good, man. Like it's all good. Like talk about influence, man. He came up with the phrase "It's all good," man, and we people still use that one today, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So many hits, man. Just about everything was touching. Uh, was turning, you know what I mean, platinum, man. So even I would say the uh he was the Drake before Drake was great. You know what I mean? He was on a big platform, man. Uh, why is Hammer not getting the love, man?
Hey man, before we discuss that, we need to pray just to make it today.
Man, look, he had that. Don't forget, he had "Do Not Pass Me By." ET, man.
Yeah,
That one was dope. We tried to sing that one in church.
I think some of the they wasn't ready, man. They wasn't ready. And that was before Kirk Franklin, right? So they really
Yeah,
wasn't.
that was before Kirk Franklin, man.
Um, I think I can't disagree with you, man. The thing that I think you've kind of sprinkled on, but didn't really dive into was Hammer made a lot of the deals and the things that some of these rappers and the money that these rappers are getting all came from Hammer because Hammer was a big he crossed over and he crossed over big. Like you said,
Yeah.
he wasn't only getting number one on our charts, but on the pop charts, he was number
Uh,
one. He was hitting Michael Jackson type stuff in
yeah.
rap, and he was rapping. And that at that time, now it's regular, but back in that time, that wasn't happening before Hammer.
Uh,
So Hammer did that. The business deals, like you said, he was the first one to really not only put his crew on, but like you said, he put the whole city of Oakland was working for Hammer. He would help a lot of people out. So I can't disagree with you. I think because at the time some of these other rappers and stuff was like, oh, he's gimmicky, he's what you call it, this and that and stuff. You know, he got dissed by some of the community, but he still showed up on them.
Yeah, yeah. Look it up, man. Like Hammer was
Yeah,
gangster.
he
Them
showed up on
100 people, he
Redman.
had 200,
Redman said
300
it
people in the
himself.
studio. Yeah, he show up in your house, man. I was like, I ain't never seen Ice Cube apologize to anybody. But after dissing Hammer, he wrote a page in the magazine apologizing to MC Hammer. Man. That's
Yeah.
hey, look, check this out. Think about all the artists that were on Death Row, and think about how they left Death Row. Any did Suge let any artist leave Death Row without any saying anything? You know what I mean? Without
Mhm.
no complications with that,
No.
except for MC Hammer. MC Hammer left Death Row, and Suge ain't say nothing.
It was so wild. I didn't
Suge
even
knew.
know.
Nah, I ain't
I
messing
didn't
with
even
Hammer.
realize Hammer was on Death Row.
Yeah, yeah, that's what that Pumps in the Bump in his last album. I don't think they released the album, but he was working with, he was working heavy with Tupac too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have to give it to him. He blazed a big path for a lot of what
Hmm.
rappers do today as far as numbers, the popularity, um, like you said, he had his own style. He still was true to the hood. He was still true to his neighborhood. He did a lot for Oakland. You
Yeah,
can't be a resident of Oakland, I think, at that time and not say what Hammer did for your city. He put on for this for the city, you know.
yeah.
Um, he, I don't think I can disagree. I don't know why. Um, I think because a lot of them take it and be like, "Oh, he was pop," but he was still blazing
Uh,
and he rapped. He
he
rapped.
rapped, man. I think he did it. He did it the way he was himself. He was himself. Everybody thought it was a gimmick or he was selling out, but if you listen to his story, man, he grew up loving James Brown and
Hmm.
watching, later on watching Michael Jackson. But he loved James Brown, so he was dancing since he was
Yeah,
4. He used to dance for the Oakland A's and stuff. So that's what copying James Brown. You look at a lot of his music, like that's what he's doing. He dancing and doing like
yeah.
James Brown. He putting on a show.
He
You know
brought
what
the
I mean? And
party.
it wasn't like that's who he really was. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't like, you know what I mean? I thought it'd been more fake. He came out trying to be like NWA or something like that. Like that. That's not who he is. Like he
Hmm.
liked to dance, he liked to sing or whatever. That was
Yeah.
his personality. You know what I mean? Accept him for who he was. Uh, but he ain't fake it like a lot of the, even I would say some of the greats right now be faking it, you know, how you from Canada, bro? You super gangster, you know. You know what I mean? Hey, you doing kid shows and now you're a gangster. You a boss.
Hey,
You're a don. You know what I mean? So I think he was originally himself. You know what I mean? He did all of him. You know what I'm saying?
he did
So
him. He brought the party. He liked the party, have a good time, and that's what he brought to the stage. He brought a show, like you said. He followed James. James bring a show. When James music hit the floor, people dance, get up and move, and it was the same thing for Hammer. That's what Hammer brought to you. That song, come on, you everybody jumping out there, white kids, black kids, Spanish kids,
everybody
whoever.
jump. Yeah.
Yeah, they all jumping out there trying to do the moves. I remember
Yeah. I
Austin
don't even
Middle
think
School, man.
anybody
I
ever.
remember some white boys had
Yeah.
the Hammer pants on when they
Oh
came
yeah.
out. Hammer
Oh
was
yeah.
strong, man.
Yeah. Yeah. He was tough, man. I don't think anybody like in that era. I don't think nobody crossed over as big as he did. You know what I mean?
No, no.
No, I don't think even like you would think like Beastie Boys would have crossed over more, but people still was kind of like, it's Beastie Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still had like a hip hop artist. They didn't really cross over a lot of people like Hammer. Hammer real crossover people. And then
Yeah,
he had a positive message behind this stuff, and people,
yeah.
I don't know, he ain't never,
And I
rap nothing
think that was the
crazy,
thing too at that time they couldn't deny, because
Yeah,
um you look at your hip hop history, a lot of white politicians came after hip hop all the
hmm
way to the president. That's why who was it, Easy E and them? That's why they went
yeah,
to see the president
yeah,
of the United States because we were getting hit like, oh, y'all shouldn't rap about this and that and guns and violence, but we're rapping what we see every
yeah,
day. That's what we see every day.
yeah,
Um, Hammer was also rapping the positive, and
yeah,
so they couldn't hit it with, oh, well, this guy is only rapping about guns and violence and stuff. He rapping about positive.
yeah,
So, I think with the white community or whatever, or the politicians, they didn't go after Hammer that way, you know. But Hammer was
yeah. But I wish,
he
I
was
think he's
he was
gonna
the
be.
rap Moses.
Oh yeah.
He was
Tell you
getting his
how good
people
he was,
free.
but he was good because it's like, you know what? He's just too good. We got to make a white version of him, man. And they
Yeah, Vanilla Ice.
they tried to make Vanilla Ice. Yeah. It's
Ice,
like, hey,
Ice.
we're gonna give you Vanilla Ice. Nah, look, he's just as good.
He was not. What's so bad about it? You gonna do his dance moves on your video.
Yeah, he
You know what I
copied,
mean?
straight copied everything.
Straight copied Hammer. I think the pants was almost Hammer pants. It was very Hammer pants like. It was just bad. It was just bad.
Yeah. I think what's sad about it, even with like Michael and you see it, Michael and a couple other people, Jackson and stuff, where society kind of they kind of disown them or they make so much fun of them that it ends their career or whatever. And then once they die, what I mean, they're like, oh, then they appreciate, what I mean, the person
Yeah.
once they did. I think that sadly, I think that might happen to the MC Hammer. It's like right now everybody's still kind of they ain't showing him no love. I think once he did, then it'd be like, oh man, MC Hammer did all of this great stuff. Like, why you ain't appreciating him now? Why you ain't letting him? Like, he should have been
Mhm.
on the BET Awards or some of these
He was.
Grammys or whatever. You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
on the BET Awards one year. And
Well,
they
I'm
did
talking
it
about
the way.
this year when they honoring the 50 years
Oh
of
yeah, yeah,
hip
yeah,
hop.
yeah, yeah. He should have been a
He
part
should
of
have
that.
been on it all the Grammys or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, he should have.
So I just don't think he got. I don't think they give him this respect, man. Uh,
No.
shout out, man. And people be, you know, he lost a lot of money. He filed bankruptcy, but I mean, a lot of people filed bankruptcy that ain't broke. He ain't broke right now. He just filed
He
bankruptcy because
wasn't
he was losing a
he
lot of
wasn't
money
broke
at the
back
time.
then. He just said straight up,
No,
he was like, I still got like a $300,000 home. I just can't
yeah,
pay for the expenses that he was paying for before. And most of his expenses was employing people, you know.
yeah. He
His
spent a
sound
million
guys,
dollars a month.
huh?
He spent $1 million a month
Yeah,
on all his employees on everybody.
yeah, yeah. He was, his sound guys was for the concerts was from Oakland. His lights,
Hmm
dancers, anything, everything that did the people who built the stage and stuff like that. You went to Hammer and you needed a job and you was from Oak Town. He was helping you out and hooking you up.
Yeah. But he's doing good though. He's still doing good right now, man. He actually he does a lot of investing. I put it
Mhm.
that way. And he's made a lot of money, like in the millions, on investing in some of these web and internet stuff before they got big. On several big names, he got in on the ground floor. So he's been big on that. Even I mean, learning the basics, learning how to do a lot of the tech stuff. He's real big in tech right now. in Silicon Valley. He actually be sitting down with Zuckerberg and all of them dudes, man. He be with all of them.
Hey,
So he's doing good, man. He's doing good, man. He's still doing music. I think his son does a little bit of music, but music ain't his passion no more. I put it that way. It ain't his passion or his go get. He's more involved with other stuff.
Yeah, you moved on,
big
but
up, man.
he's a
MC
smart
Hammer,
dude.
man.
Always been a smart dude.
Oh yeah.
Business minded.
Yeah. When you work your way to the because he had actually, he worked his way into the Oakland A's. I think his big brother started out as Bat Boys, and he worked his way in getting a job at like 5 or 6 with the Oakland A's. He worked there pretty much his whole youth life. They even got I think they made him like some type of vice president. Eventually, before he was 19 with the Oakland A's. So I mean, he knew the business life, man. He did his thing.
Yeah.
So big up MC Hammer, man. Shout out to MC Hammer, man. We gonna pray that you make it today. We're gonna pray that you make it today, man. Shout out, man. Hip hop, man. Give that man some love, man. Give that man this just dudes, man.
You gon' laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for sure.